we're good.
I'm going to kind of talk to you a little bit because we're going to start with complexion.
Because that's your favorite.
Oh, honey. That's right. Perfect. So we're going to start with kind of talking about what we're doing. So again, we're kind of recreating looks from this past fashion week. A lot of red, a lot of dewy complexions.
Beautiful skin. Like, I feel like a lot of the focus is on beautiful skin. It was awesome.
I feel like everyone was freaking greasy in a good way.
Like, I feel like everybody was very dewy. And then, like, you know, James and Danessa did all the Lit From Within, which I am in love with.
You know what? I think that's the only thing I didn't watch was how they were highlighted.
Oh, their skin looked beautiful and radiant and like skin, not like cake face or a pound of makeup. It just looked like they all looked like they had flawless lit from within skin. Like they drank plenty of water, got 8 hours of sleep, all of that stuff. Their skin looked beautiful.
And we all know that was nothing.
That was not the
case. so then in that case, we'll give all the credit to the makeup.
I'm gonna pop my nose ring out.
Pop it out, honey. All right. So with all that said, let's start with the goodness. So we're gonna start with a lot of Cosette, a lot of Danessa will be used because that's what was used on the runway. So we're going to start with the Prism Hydrating Lotion from Danessa Myricks.
It's especially good for dry skin because it's very hydrating. And one of the things that I learned from the workshop that I took from Danessa is that she will basically use a product like this or her beauty oil with every step of the application to make everything blend together beautifully.
So with that said, we're going to work around the face, bring everything in because the center of the face, we're going to use a different product. Everyone's skin is different. I think with Courtney's, I've worked enough with Courtney to know that her T-zone's a lot different from the perimeter of her face. So we're going to frame from the outside in, and you can see you always want to work in circular motions with skin.
And he has the best hands. His touch is so gentle and soft. It just makes me relax.
Makes people excited. So again, we're really working in circular motions. We want to make sure the skin is really eating the product in a good way.
Make sure you tell them how you prepped your hands.
Oh, like by saying the famous words, sanitize.
Sanitize.
Honey, please, hygiene. So a lot of makeup artists are on a kick right now. I don't know if you guys have been watching like Jordan Liberty and even James Vincent. A lot of makeup artists are really pushing sanitation because I think it's being missed a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And
I've seen some gross videos.
Oh, yeah, guys. So you could tear a lot of people apart. I actually, one of the first things I said when I walked into this room was, hey, where's the hand sanitizer? So, and then I put my hands in my pants. Just kidding. But it's a truth. You must sanitize. You need to watch your products and wash them. You need to watch if you're double dipping. Don't risk it. It's not worth it. Your client is far more important than the brush that's dirty. Please just take the extra time to say, hey, I need to sanitize this because I really love this brush. It's a favorite and I want to use it again. And I've already used it in something else. So no double dipping. So.
And there are so many good, like quick dry brush sanitizers or hand sanitizers you can use. James Vincent's Rebels and Outlaws company, they have a really nice hand sanitizer as well as a brush sanitizer that's quick dry that you can use. So you can check them out. They have cool stuff.
They really do, along with this amazing candle we're burning.
Yeah, we are burning their Artists and Angels candle, and it smells so good. It's got blood orange in it, and it's for creativity, which is what we want it for.
Yeah, that's right. So, look how beautiful and dewy, guys. Like, you cannot. Like, Danessa's lotion really adds an effect. It's really, like Courtney said, it's really helping with bringing the light from within to the surface. And now, we're going to take this amazing product, which is the Smooth Effects. This is more of like a gel. So, a very light gel. It's got that 14 karat gold shimmer in there. It kind of reminds me of Goldschlager.
I can see that.
So, but God, no Goldschlager. Ooh,
no.
Stuff was awful. Reminds me of being like 18 and 19 and underage drinking.
Oh, it reminded me of college and underage drinking. No.
Like Goldschlager and Mad Dog 2020 or
I was thinking
40,
of Rumplemans.
Oh, goodness. I went hood. I mean, I used to drink whatever someone was willing to grab from me at like a gas station. So I would drink like 40s, some OE.
I remember Boone's, strawberry Boone's.
Ooh, come on, Boons. So this is a really silky and smooth product.
It feels like a smoother version of the Smashbox primer, like the classic primer that everybody loves. It's a really good primer, but this has that same slip, only it feels a silkier. I don't even know. It feels thinner, like a thinner consistency.
And I feel like where most primers, they feel like they don't get absorbed into the skin. This, I can feel a difference in her texture just by really mushing it in there in a clever, like, massaging kind of way. I feel like it's really going into the skin and it's calming down her texture.
Yeah, I feel like this is good for oily skin or like your T-zone where you might get oily.
And in the pores.
And in the pores, yes, to fill in the pores.
Because, honey, your pores are, like, disappearing as we're doing this. So it's great.
And I did do a lot of skin prep on my skin today. I did an oxygen mask. I used the Dermaflash thing to get rid of all my peach fuzz. I tried to really prepare my skin for having fun tonight.
Oh, yeah, honey. So now it's time for the fun stuff. Now it is time. Skin is prepped, most important part. And now we're going to start applying the foundation. So this is Courtney's product. Do you actually have a palette? I could use the back of my sanitized hands.
Use the back of your hands. I do have a palette somewhere, but I don't know where it is.
So we're going to use the Vision Cream. We're going to use the Vision Cream cover from Danessa. And this is in the shade Neutral 02, so NO2.
Yes, there's a shade paler than this, and I didn't need it, which is fantastic.
It is fantastic.
It's such a rarity for me. I was thrilled to not be the first shade in a line. I'm like, yes! Oh my god, yes!
So you don't need a lot.
Yeah, like tiny, tiny amounts.
I don't know if you guys can see it. It's almost so bright that my phone's like not registering. I don't know if maybe they can see it actually. So we're going to use a cassette brush. This is P340 cassette. This is a foundation brush. And we're going to take it from the back of my sanitized hand. We're going to take a little bit. And I'm going to do, what's that painter guy? Bob
Ross.
Yeah, I'm going to, like Bob Ross. We're just going to kind of polka dot around because we want to get a nice light coverage going first. And then we're going to take just the smallest amount and go under the eyes with it as well. All right, so now we're going to just kind of take it out. I'm doing almost like feather motions. Kind of pushing it into the skin. Taking down redness. My first attack is redness. And then once I get this side done, I'll spin her around. And then you guys can see the difference from one side to the other and how full and beautiful this foundation is. It really does an excellent job of coverage. There's vitamin E in this foundation, so it's going to naturally calm down any inflammation.
Yeah, when Mickey used this foundation on me at New York Fashion Week, I couldn't believe how good my skin looked because it looked like I wasn't wearing any makeup at all. It just looked flawless. I was amazed.
All right, so take a look at the difference. Woo, honey, it's getting a little hot up in here. All right, let me pull these sleeves up and get back to business. By the way, the foundation never moved, so you guys can understand the thickness.
It's like a very thick foundation. You only need like a drop to do a whole face, pretty much.
But you guys can clearly see the difference from how even and dewy this side of the foundation is to the other side. See that? Yes, yes, yes. All right, so we're moving it around. So by the way, guys, one more time, if you're just kind of like tuning in and wondering, we're working with the Danessa Myricks foundation.
It's like the Vision Cover Cream. I think that's the name.
Yes, ma'am. Used heavily on the runway and right now on Courtney's face. A thing I will tell you too about Danessa's foundation is when using it, I notice I can use less correctors, less.
You're really getting like right into that corner.
I'm getting into that corner, baby. We're getting in. We're going to go even up underneath the brow.
Oh, that looks nice.
I am blocking any redness. I am blocking darkness. Everything with one product, boys and girls. And that is the Danessa Myricks foundation.
Now, are you doing the thing that you sometimes do where you leave like parts of my cheeks bare to let the natural flesh come through?
Yeah. Or AKA that buy one, get one free blush. Yep. I want just a tiny bit of like doot doot to come through.
So if you're somebody who has like rosacea or redness like me, this is another technique so that you don't have to put on blush and you can just kind of let your natural flush work for you. That tickles. Oh my gosh.
Now we're tickling your nose. So I'm just kind of, what Wayne Goss would teach you is when you see pores, especially with the foundation like Danessa's, is to make circular motions over the pore. That way all of the foundation gets in there, and it also kind of hides the pores.
So it kind of helps to fill it in by doing the circular motion. You don't miss a spot.
Yeah. See, take a look, guys. See that? See it? Do you see it? So I still have leftover foundation. Am I letting it go to waste? Hell no. So we're going to take it into the chin, get a little bit more of that redness away, really kind of pushing it in there. And then, of course, like my mentor Scott would say, chin up. There's no way we're not going to not take that neck. Honey, we are taking the neck. We want it to go in because Courtney wants to show it off, honey. She's trying to show it off tonight, honey. She's got things to do.
At least you didn't say boys to do.
I didn't. Then there's that. So we want to really make sure, because she might want to wear something low. She might want to wear something, cropped. Or she might want to wear nothing. So in that case, I don't know her life. I don't know her.
Oh my God. You do. You know all the dirty details.
I'm just quoting that blogger guy. You don't know my life? I don't remember what his name was. It was that important. So really making sure we get in there. There's no disconnection. And we definitely know this is Courtney's color because it just literally blends straight into her neck and up. So just a fun fact, while we're doing this, I think it's important. When you go to a store and you're getting color matched, especially now, in this case, you won't be getting color matched with Danessa because she's not in retail. But you want to make sure that you're going up into the cheek, into the jawline, and down the neck. You want to make sure that it connects on all levels. I see a lot of people matching in this area, like, oh, the makeup artist told me to go here.
See, I always look down here.
This is great too. This is great, but you want to make sure because your face and this need to both match. So you want to kind of make sure it comes in, because a lot of people can be super olivey in this area, and then you go up here and then it's almost like, wow, that doesn't even match at all. So you're almost kind of creating, because your skincare products and all of that can make oxidation happen. And a lot of people don't realize that. Like, if some ingredients make foundations go warmer or go cooler. So it's super important to make sure that when you're color matching, you really drag it up and drag it down.
And I know in my case, my face is like a whole shade darker than my neck. So if you just match to my face would be dark, and then my neck is like white. Because when Rocky was matching me to his line, he tried his C2 shade, and he's like, no, it matches your face, but your face is darker than your neck and your chest. So we have to try the C1, and so that worked perfectly.
And there you have it, boys and girls. So you see, really cannot forget about all of this.
The neck and the body are very important to look at when you're trying to take that into consideration.
So now you can kind of see. She's really coming together.
I feel like it looks like I'm wearing nothing at all, and my skin looks perfect. I wish my face looked like this every day.
It can. with Danessa Myricks. It's like a cheap ad. It can with Danessa Myricks. You too can achieve this look.
Makes me think of like the as seen on TV stuff.
Right. Oh God, Danessa, please never go that route. I always get afraid with these programs because it gets like desperate sometimes because, you know, they're so hanging on to not go into that retail world to keep that status quo of being like, I'm pro, I'm runway,
Or I'm indie, I mean.
Right. And it gets scary, you know, and now it's like a lot of these indie brands are in retails, just like Lime Crime. Who would have thought Lime Crime would be at Ulta?
Yeah, honestly, that blew my mind.
But, you know, it gets to a point where you get a little nervous and you're like, honey, HSN. And you're like, oh, girl. No HSN here, honey. No offense. Like, I love HSN. But just don't think Danessa needs to be there. Okay, boys and girls, children of all ages, we have used and abused the foundation.
And so that was like a single pump on the back of your hand?
Technically, because I kind of like slipped a little bit.
Gotcha.
But yes, a single pump. And again, correction, we're talking, we used it as corrector, we used it as concealer, your foundation, all in one shade. And of course, like I said, we even went all the way down. So now,
I love you. You're so silly.
So now what we're going to do is we're going to use the Vision Cream coverage in the beautiful perfecting and shaping wand. That's a lot of damn words. But this is it right here. I just call it the Vision Cream wand because it's the foundation is Vision Cream, but foundation wand.
Yeah, it's like a concealer or contour wand, and I bought shade N4 because anything else was pulling orange on me. So N4 seems to be like the perfect natural contour color.
All right, we're gonna find out.
Yep.
How many people, I would love, there needs to be like an emoji that when I say how many people in the room use bronzer as a contour. I wish people can raise a hand. Maybe I could say hearts, use your heart, or just put a bunch of things on there. Hit a button. I want to know how many people in here contour with a bronzer. Right?
Yeah, some people do.
Contour with the bronzer. Oh, look, there is a show of hands right here.
Oh my God, I love it.
A show of hands. There you go. See? Follow Emily. She knows the tea. So I'm going to teach something Scott that does on JLo.
Scott Barnes.
Jordan Liberty uses on his models. And it's perfect for those who are getting into photography. You want to be very careful using bronzers as a contour. The reason why, shadows, aka contours, are not warm toned. They are cool toned, gray, ashy, a word I hate. But in verbiage, they're cool tones. So you really, really want to be cautious of contouring with the bronzer when you're going into photography. On an everyday basis, I don't think anyone gives a shit. Secondly, I don't think many people notice in retail or in an event, but they will when you take that picture because it will photograph warm and you'll have streakiness of gold. And then you'll have Scott Barnes and Jordan saying, I told you that bronzers are not contours, right? So I'm one to raise my hand. I'm not too proud. You know, when I started this game, I was like, wow, there are some cool toned bronzers. And I thought, okay, I can do that because it's more pinky. But then all it is pink. And
Which
then
is not really what you want either.
And then it looks like just a blush. And then layers of patchy blush because I went in with it as a contour and then blushed her, right? Absolutely wrong. So in the future, bronzers are not contours. I feel like I need to come out with a t-shirt line full of quotes on things you shouldn't do in makeup, because I think it's helpful, you know, because you see those people that come in that you're like, oh, I just want to help you.
I don't know. I walked into Sephora and sometimes the girls are just like, they have the stripes on their cheek and I'm just like, oh.
Tiger lily.
Bless your heart.
But you know what? Here's the thing. It's different lighting. And there's, what's that saying? Different strokes for different folks. Go on with your bad self. I ain't mad at you. But if you are thinking that your bronzer is your contour, you're thinking wrong. And there's great videos I can refer you to. Scott has a video of teaching J-Lo's contour on YouTube. Jordan Liberty, who I bow down to, a very good friend of mine.
Jordan is amazing.
Oh my God. And he's known for all of his ad campaigns for brands like Anastasia, Urban Decay, Smashbox,
I think.
Delazzi, Current, NARS. So you name it.
Oh,
and
he did Urban Decay too.
Yeah. So the biggest thing you can do in this department now, as we're getting into it, is making sure that what you're going with isn't warm. Okay. So we're going to test this out.
So we were testing them on my arm. Danessa Myricks' assistant, Selena, who's awesome, was helping me match. I was like, she was pulling stuff, and I'm like, I think that's gonna go orange. It went orange. So we kept like testing different things until we found that, and that didn't seem to go orange. So we think that's correct.
Push, baby, push. Come on now, push, baby, push. I feel like they write songs about this in the 305, 95 South. You know, I don't know. I might be speaking my age right now.
Oh my God, how many times are you gonna have to click it?
Oh, it just enjoys me doing it.
As long as it doesn't spurt out in my face. That's what I think's gonna happen.
Oh, wait a minute. This can get real dirty, honey. Wait a minute. Okay, so let's just swatch it first. As a makeup artist, I want to make sure what I'm doing isn't selling my client short. Now, being that Courtney is a lot more in the fairer department going into porcelain, I believe this tone is just the right cool for her. Okay, so it's a neutral cool because you can kind of see there's a hint of gold in there, right? This is just the right shade of cool. This is what you're going for, all right, boys and girls, children of all ages, and you know, all that and all that. All right, so what I'm going to do, again, we're working with the same formula we did with foundation, so extremely thick. So I'm just going to go on my brush and wipe this off because unfortunately,
there's a lot of it.
Unfortunately, I won't be using all of that. Yeah. It's just a contour, honey. And we're not painting her for the gas station across the street. Painting her for this room and for y'all at home, okay? So with that said, let's talk about placement. Obviously, she's got amazing features, okay?
Thank you.
Cheekbones, honey. Cheekbones for days. And another thing, she's got a natural contour, especially in the lighting. Now, because I have a light behind me, I'm getting a tiny bit of a shadow, which is exactly what I want. So I can see that dip is right in here. Another big mistake. You will take that and go, that's where I'm placing my contour. Wrong. A mistake I used to make forever. What ends up happening is when you place the contour down and that shadow and you blend it, it drops it too low. And then you lose that jaw. You lose this. And that's what really defines the cheek and really opens up the face shape. So what a lot of people make a mistake is going too low on that. Honey, we want to go up because everyone wants a lift, honey.
Joan Rivers.
There it is. So a good friend of mine, I'm going to just tell everybody, a good friend of mine did Joan's makeup for Fashion Police, you know, and so we had this whole conversation and one day he had this story to tell and he said that Joan was very particular on her makeup placement because of the fact that she spent a ton of money to look fucking young. So with that said, her features were narrowed down, but then people were only going into that contour. And she was like, no, honey, I don't let makeup artists go down on me. No pun intended. She likes to be lifted. No one goes down. Down. on Joan Rivers, okay? So she never let him go in that low motion for the very fact that on camera, she wanted that upper, that really high lift. So just a fun fact. So what we're gonna do is we see that that contour would probably be in this area, and we're gonna take it, we're gonna go a little higher up, but we're not doing hair today. So we're gonna move her hair out of the way. Y'all can get y'all's story another day. Thank you very much. Hope your hair, love your hair, hope you win. So now what we're gonna do is just kind of pinpoint where I'm taking this, right? This is thick, so we gotta be cautious, not too much. A little goes a long way.
So it's like right on top of my cheekbone. I hope I didn't just touch it.
Oh, you screwed it up. No, I'm just joking.
So it's like on top of my cheekbone is where you're going.
Correct, because by the time it's blended, it's gonna sit just underneath it, but not where you would place it on a normal contour, or where I would have done maybe 15 years ago. So for me, I'm gonna take this nice fluffy little brush.
I'll hold this so you can.
Thank you. So now what we're gonna do is literally push it. And you'll see what I'm saying. It ends up bulking up a little bit. And we wanna prevent that. And you can see we're just kind of cut it, right? We're gonna just take this bad boy and we're gonna even move it kind of up, shaping that orbital area, really working it into the flat of the face and moving it up into the temple area, really creating shadow and creating structure around the entire face. And I've already had a discussion with you, hair. This is not your time to shine.
Sorry, I should have put on a headband. I was
No,
trying to pull it out of the way, but
it's totally fine.
my little baby hair is all in the way.
Honey, baby hair. Let me get some edge cream for you. So we're gonna take this. And before I go into the other side too, I'm gonna show you how I set this area, and then we'll do the other one. So you can see what I'm talking about, how it really buffs out. There you go. See it, guys, boys and girls?
This is how he makes my cheeks pop, and I feel like, oh my God, is that me? Because my cheeks look amazing.
So it's all about the motion in the ocean, depending on what we're talking about. But we're smoking out that area, just like you would smoke your eye out, just like you would smoke the lipstick, or just like you would smoke other things, you would really smoke it out. Being cautious of not dropping this too low, okay? So I'm happy with where we're at, okay? I'm happy with that. This is it. So one and done. Let me show you what we're going to do next. We're going to take a big bulky brush, okay? This is the F102, the large powder brush from Urban Decay. And we're going to actually go over powder. We're going to show you a brand new product from Danessa Myricks that was revealed at the makeup show in Orlando.
Right.
We're going to take some of this Cosette.
And this is C1.
There you go. Okay, Cosette. And then the brush, okay? We're just little shape, little fairy dust, if you shall, if you will. And what we're going to do, another mistake, we're going to roll it in the skin, just like you watch the commercial and you see the Bush's beans and that little cute golden retriever says, roll that beautiful bean footage. We're going to roll this beautiful powder into the face. Because when you dust it on there, you're shifting shit around and things are happening and no one wants that. Really gently pushing it into the skin, rolling it into the contour, okay? Roll it, push it, and then, you know, have some fun with it.
And so to do that technique, you need a large brush like this?
I mean, something super fluffy. I like a good large brush because you're getting more areas of the face, because no one's got the damn time to take a little brush and go wing, wing, wing around the face and play banjo music all around. So we're going to just take a bigger brush and get it done quicker. So we're going to complete the other side of the face, but I just want people to be able to understand what we're setting and what we're doing. And then we're going to get into highlighting. So with that said, we're going to take, remember we got this area down here. Don't forget to pat that thing, honey. So now it's powdered. Take a look at that now. Very airbrushed. The difference in blending, placement, colors, super important, and lighting. Thinking of your environment and where you're going and what you're doing. One of my old bosses from Urban Decay used to teach the day to disco look, because when you're working in the sales field, you want to think of what someone's coming in for, who you're working with. You want to know your client. And if you know this is the girl that is coming in for a lipstick and she's like, no, honey, I'm going to the club after this. You want to show her a look that she could take that same lipstick, put it in her cheekbone, take a little bit, go in the eyelid, and she's going to Studio 54 by one shade, right? You're thinking of the ongoing. So day to disco, powder, doing the steps that we took is going to allow Courtney to allow the makeup to set in place so that at the end of the day, the last thing she's thinking about is the makeup melting off of her. And taking the steps that we did also prevent the makeup from melting. So why you want to push the powder in, why you want to place it in the foundations in circular motion. And all of that also comes down to your brushes. So placement is super important when it comes to longevity and consistency in makeup. So again, we're talking about New York Fashion Week 2018. We're talking about placement. These are the products, these are the steps and techniques in order for these models to go backstage, pop them bangs out, go into a new outfit, and not have to worry about their makeup melting, because that is one thing I noticed. Not one model was getting touched up.
No, because Danessa and James are so good. They got this down.
So, how y'all feeling? Y'all feeling good? Well, you know I'm feeling mighty good tonight. I think it's time that we all go dive in a pool. Okay, so we're going to go and hit that other side of the face. By the way, that was a quote from my good old friend Pepper Mache in LA. Honey, how you doing? All right, so we're going to take the same pen. We're going to hit it right underneath that same cheekbone again. So this is where I would have gone and not where I'm going today. So we're going to take it again. Skip to me, my darling. Banjo talking. All right, done. Here today, gone today. Take the same product again. We're going to really push it in the skin. Like Erica Jane says, pat the pat the All right, we're going to push it in and out. We're going to take the same product and drag it around, circular motions, moving it into the hairline and up into the orbital and the flat of the face. This is also adding like a natural tint of color too. You know, Courtney doesn't see much color because she enjoys her porcelain look, honey. She's not like about to go, oh, I'm faking it. A faux tan, great. If that's your kick, honey, do it, but not Courtney's. Her jam is keeping that porcelain hot couture look, honey. Mm-hmm. And again, we're moving it all around into the frame, really pushing it up and over, up and around, up and how you doing, land. Really pushing it in there, honey. Push it. Yo, baby pop. Yeah, you come and give me a kiss.
See, I was thinking of like the Salt and Pepper song.
That was it. The lyrics I was just singing.
Oh, it's been so long. I can just think of like the chorus.
Oh, honey, I can bust it out.
Oh my gosh.
I can do the whole song. You want me to do it?
Do it.
No.
No?
Let's not give it to him tonight, honey.
All right.
Y'all gotta pay for that. No, just kidding. All right, so we're really, like I said, we're just getting back into the cheek, really pushing the product. And how do you come here? Because the light is messing with me and my emotions.
You want me to turn something down? Is it bothering you?
No, it's just a shadow from that angle.
Okay.
I'm just going to take a little tiny bit of the flat end of my brush because we got contour and everything happening on this side of your face.
What do you need?
Here's what I need. I need just something to buff this out.
That brush is perfect for it. I love that brush. There we go. He's using my Real Techniques multitasking face brush, which is like really nice and fluffy. And I like to use it with either blush or to blend out a contour. It's a beautiful brush.
That's exactly what we're doing. We're just blending out a contour. Turn again. Just need to the light is casting shadow on this side of the face, so I just want to blend it all in, honey. And what I would love to do now is take some more powder. No one's talking. I feel like you guys are so in tune with things, and that's great. I mean, I'm not mad. Love your hair. Hope you win. But I would love to hear if you guys have questions or concerns, or you just want to shoot the shit, honey. Let's do it, honey. That's what we're all about. I've been in like a country mood lately. I've been like going back into my roots, listening to a lot of country music. I had a friend over the other day and she's like, "What are you listening to?" And I'm like,
that would have been me. That would have been me. Like, I'm like, you're not listening to Johnny Cash. There's a problem. Because like that's good country to me.
I was listening to the Florida Georgia line.
I don't think I know who that is.
Oh, that's honey. They're great. But I mean, I get into it all. I love country. I love everything. I mean, I listen to gospel music. I listen to metal, dirt, rock, freaking scumbag music. Listen to everything.
Think the closest I've gotten to country recently was whenever Voltaire put out like an album that had like a country feel to it, but he was inspired by Johnny Cash. So you know, Man in Black is always wonderful to listen to, or anybody who's doing music inspired by him.
Thank you, Daniel. Casey, yes, she is. Oh, I was listening to my boo too. I love her. See, Emily knows. How you doing, Daniel? I am amazing, aren't I?
He is amazing.
I do love Casey, though. You know what? I love her last album, the recent one, because it was like enough pop for me to go, oh, she cute.
Let me go get the dogs out because they probably have calmed down by now.
The poodles are coming in to hang out with us, so let's just keep talking. Oh, excuse me. The poodles are in here. Unless they jump on the bed. You'll see them when they jump up. Or you might see them in the back there a little bit.
On the bed. On the bed. Go lay down.
Tired. I'm not tired, you know, which is kind of crazy. I probably should be, but I'm not, because we did makeup look earlier. Went to the gym this morning, but I'm actually not tired. Maybe because I went to the gym, I'm not tired.
Okay, let me slip past you.
Courtney's coming back with the poodles, honey. We're here. Pet friendly, cruelty free. How you doing?
And I'm gonna have to switch that camera's battery out in like a few minutes, like 15, because I'm watching it die.
Oh.
It's okay. It's okay.
Oh, hey, girl. You want me to come do a contour on you too, Mama? Let's talk about it, okay?
Oh my gosh, thanks.
Okay, girl. So listen. So here's the tea. We got to start highlight, Mama. Okay, Mama.
You can lay in the bed. Let me give you your toy. Want your toy? Here's your toy. Good girl. Lay down. Okay, let's slide back into frame.
Oh, slide back in, honey. Should I come? Hustle never stops, honey. That's right, boo. That's right.
I think that should be good. Okay. It's like if I hit like right here, it's not washed out. So that's why I was trying to stay right there.
Okay. All right. Are we back in business? We're back in business. So the first thing we're going to do is something a little different, right? So we're going to highlight. We're going to do the usual, right? Creamed down the foundation, creamed down the contour, set it with the powder. But now we're about to do highlight. I'm going to show y'all something that was revealed at the makeup show and introduced to people over social media right before Fashion Week. But I'm going to show you a clever, unique little fun trick. So we're going to use the Moonlighter to start this off. And then we're going to teach you on how to Krispy Kreme glaze your face.
So this is Black Moon Cosmetics Cat Shark highlighter, and it's like a white-based highlighter with an iridescent, like, violet reflex. This is my favorite type of highlighter for pale skin like mine.
So, and then what we're going to do is we're going to take the Sigma, when I love this, the High Cheekbone Highlighter, the FO3. Love this brush. I use this on Natty every time I do her makeup. So we're going to take it right into the high of the bone. Again, really working in the contour area. Really want to make sure to soften down. You can probably already see that. We're going to take it to the flat of the face. One of my favorite places to highlight. Really helps kind of like up that area. And then right above the brow. See here? Love your hair, hope you win. Yeah. Okay. Easy breezy, beautiful moonlighter.
I always like to highlight here too.
She wants me to take that shirt off. That's all.
Well, now.
That's a different video. Y'all gotta pay for that too. So we're gonna take just a little bit of residue. I'm not into this Instagram highlight, but we definitely want to make sure the face is shaped. So we're taking it down. Why the brow? Oh, perfect reason why the brow. So turn your face. When you turn, highlight lifts. We want to make sure that this area is highlighted because it's going to lift up that area and poke it out. We want that to really add a little bit of a dewiness as well. And this area has a tendency to get a little dewiness through the day, but if you're dry,
I'm dry.
You don't. So that's also another reason why we want to hit that brow area because it almost looks as if she's got a nice dewy look, especially for red carpet. You see that done a lot on red carpet. So again, into the high of the cheekbone, on the flat of the face, and on the high of the brow. Okay? Now, here we go. A product I'm I need everything lifted.
I feel that way because of my eyes.
So we're going to introduce to you a product I'm so in love with. This is called the technically it's the Balm.
It's the Dew Wet Balm.
Okay, there's a lot of words used in Danessa Myricks foundations and primers and stuff. It looks like there's literally nothing in this, guys, right? It's just like the silver pan.
But this product blew me away and I was super excited to buy it because basically it can be used on top of powders or creams or liquids. Basically anything you want to like revive the skin. What type of brush are you looking for?
I don't know. I kind of want something sort of like that foundation brush. Maybe we should use the other foundation brush.
Yeah, here's the other foundation brush.
Yeah, that's what we're going to do.
Okay, and then I've also got like fan brushes in here or like little setting
brushes. Thank you. Excuse me, I sneezed into my arm. Kept it sanitation over here, honey. Sanitizer. Ain't no one coming from me. All right. So we're going to take
oh, baby, no.
the Balm.
Lay down.
And we're going to use it over powder. Okay, now I know some of y'all makeup artists are going, no, he did not. Yes, we absolutely are. We are going to use a Balm gel wet product over a powder.
And I'm telling you, when I saw this demoed at the Danessa Myricks workshop, it blew my mind. I was like, you can't do that. Holy crap, she just did that.
She done did it. Okay, so
we're
going to do it right now, as a matter of fact. So we're just going to, little bit at a time. There is product here, I promise.
And I bought the clear because I was like, this is going to look great with everything. I can put it with any product and it's going to work to add that extra shine, dewiness.
So my trick is to take down. So if you love your Hudas, if you love your Urban Decay highlighters, if you love your Black Moon Cosmetics highlighters, don't throw them away. You're going to want them because the way this balm works is it's going to accentuate any iridescent already coming from the skin. So whether you're using a natural gold foundation or highlighter or
the Danessa Myricks Prism, like this.
Yes.
Like she was mixing it with these Prism products or whatever, her beauty oils too. She would mix them with stuff. So I mean, like, it should work with any of those.
So we're about to do it. So we dabbed our foundation brush. Okay, just the typical flat optical blurring brush from Urban Decay, and we're literally going to take it and we're going to press it. Not push it, press it. Press it.
So think like softly patting the skin.
Am I softly patting your skin?
You are.
Oh my God, do you like it?
I do.
Oh my God.
Always.
All right, guys, so in the flat of the face, we're really following. So look at how flawless. May I move your face around? May I control your head like a stick shift, like in a car? So you guys can catch the drift, right? Drift too. It's a drift. So as you saw, glossy, dewy, wet, sexy, sexual. It's all there, honey.
I got cheekbones for days right now.
You sure? You have them anyways, but I'm glad I can help accentuate what you already have. All right. Moving on, we're going to do the other side. Because why not? I know, Emily, it's such a sexy product. And the only way to really get to know it is word of mouth. I mean, Danessa is super, super in the game. She's been in the game for a long time, but she has a way of knowing what she's doing. It's one thing I love about her.
I love how she sees skin and how she like paints it, how she builds it up.
Please, if you're not already following Danessa,
you can follow her on Instagram. It's Danessa_Myricks, and it's Myricks.
That's it.
Yeah, that sounds right.
And make sure you let her know that Courtney and Mickey brought y'all.
Because we're obsessed.
She's so sweet. I mean, she's a wonderful heart. She's got a wonderful soul.
She is awesome. And she let me interview her at the makeup show. So at some point, I will have an interview up on my YouTube channel with Danessa.
Make sure you're following Courtney to see all that.
Oh, thank you.
And then give out your info.
My YouTube is Phyranyx, which is PHYRRANYX. And then everywhere else, I'm Phira, PHYRRA.
And I met Courtney at a party for Urban Decay, back in my Urban Decay days.
Yep, we were in Miami. It was a beautiful romance.
Bum, 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 bum. All right, so same thing, same situation, just on the other side. Damn, can you believe it? We've made it thus far that your complexion is officially done.
Oh my gosh, really?
Complexion is done. We have highlighted, we have contoured, we have color corrected, and we have set. We set with the Cosette, and it's about to get wild up in here because we're about to use red eyeshadow.
Normally I can just shove it in, but
oh, can you already?
Apparently I needed a mirror to put it in the hole this time.
Oh my goodness, where are we taking this? Is the After Hours edition, boys and girls. Welcome to the After Hours with Courtney and Mickey. All right.
Hi, Nick.
And our guest co-host today, Nyx. And Phaedra. Not Phaedra Parks from the Real Housewives of Atlanta. But what do you think, Nyx? What do you have to say to the people?
Nyx loves Uncle Mickey, so she's been like trying to climb into his lap all day. Come on, back on the bed. On the bed. Good girl. Go cuddle with Phaedra. Lay down with Phaedra. You're a good girl, Phaedra. Lay down.
I know, Mama. Life is she just wants me.
Everybody wants you. You can't help it.
Oh my God.
Look at this. She's just like,
oh my God, you are such a lover.
She is. She's like, just love on me. Let me in here.
Oh, I love her so much.
Okay, go lay down, baby. On the bed.
All right, Mama.
Back.
Right here.
Come on. Yeah, that's the corner of the bed. No, you gotta lay down.
She's so cute.
She's so, yeah, I can't help it. My puppy is cute. Lay down. That's not what I meant.
There you go, girl. We can work like this, but your whole ass is off the bed.
So she's laying in my lap right now because this is what she does. She's my lap dog.
Girl?
But she's about to fall off the bed because her like butt's on the bed and the rest of her is on my lap.
Girlfriend, we need to have a conversation about your situation and where you're laying. That's okay. We can make this work.
All right.
We can do it.
All right, fair enough.
Let's just go for it. Nyx wants to be in it. Let's let her be in it, honey. She's like, I need my moment.
She needs something, that's for sure.
So, if that's the case, sister, then let it be. Let it be her.
If you want to stay here, you gotta lay down. You can't. No. Oh, look at this. What's this? I got your bone.
What's this?
What's this? You want your bone?
Nope.
No, not really. She just wants to sit here and cuddle.
Nope. That is not a thing today. Oh.
Trying to keep her from falling and or kicking you in the balls.
No. We're safe. All right, boys and girls, let's get into this. So we're going to use a Real Technique brush. I
think it's the multitasking eye brush.
Yeah, this is that.
But basically, it's a soft, fluffy brush, which is great at diffusing color.
And that's exactly what we want, to diffuse it around the crease right now before we get too heavy.
Want me to open or close?
Go ahead and close. So earlier today, while doing makeup, a lot of questions were asked in regards to, the eye being shut all the way and the difference. So I was explaining earlier that when doing lashes, I love when someone looks straight down versus closing. There's a massive difference in regard to someone, because it elongates the lid. So normally I just tell everyone to look straight down. But in this situation, we're kind of just putting down place. Go ahead and open for me. So right now it's just a soft red. Now I'm going to take an applicator brush. I believe this is the Wayne Goss.
I think that's the 18.
Yeah. And we're going to go a little heavier to start shaping.
And so this brush is maybe similar to the Sigma E25. It's got a little bit more structure, but it's still good for blending and building. So where the first brush was really, really, really soft, for a very diffused effect, this has a little bit more stiffness to it.
By stiff, we mean stiff, baby. Dragging it out. Really like to play a roll in.
Just like a little stray hair that's driving me crazy. So.
I see it actually. She's right over there.
Thank you.
Same thing, same brush, taking it and pulling it in.
So one of the things that I've really only ever seen Wayne Goss talk about on YouTube is how a lot of makeup artists like to build up their color in layers when they're trying to create a look for longevity, to have it last longer.
Absolutely.
And that's exactly what you're doing here.
Yep. And I am using the same color right now. We're about to switch to a different shade of red. Just diffusing just a little bit. I just love dimension. This is one of my favorite looks to do. One of these really avant-garde, high fashion reds. Take a look. Really starting to come into play, right? Yeah. So now we're going to move forward in our reds.
Okay.
We're going to use Sugar Pill Pro, right? And we're going to use, what's the color of this? Blood on the Dance Floor?
The red is Love Plus. So like one of the classic Sugar Pill colors, Love Plus, is like this big bright red. And it's bright red matte.
And extremely pigmented. So we really want to watch ourselves with this because, again, I'm just trying to create dimension. Go ahead and close. Really creating the eye, okay? We're really paying attention to where we're applying. I know that Courtney has got a little hood in her. Not hood, but hood in her. So I'm really watching the application.
What he means is I have hooded eyes, so my skin is kind of like loose and hangs down over part of the mobile lid. So he's being careful with his color placement and application so that he gets the effect he's looking for with my eye shape.
We're going back with a very small brush. This is the...
Might be It Cosmetics.
This is actually a lip brush, which is kind of great with what I'm doing. Go ahead and look straight up for me. We're really going to work on shaping this inner corner of Courtney's eye. And just kind of not poking her in the eye, but just going right against that water line. Not in it. Not on it. Below it.
So basically the lower lash line?
That's it, honey.
And so you're using a small stiff lip brush to give you fine control.
That's it. Take a look. High fashion sexiness coming into full play here.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
All right. So I'm going to shape this eye just a little bit.
So one of the awesome things about when I was in the Orlando Santiago eye workshop, he was talking about how what he thinks is important to do is after you create an eye look is go back and shape around it with your concealer to make sure that all the lines are perfectly cleaned up. So don't stress over getting your cat eye or whatever winged liner straight. Just get it on and then clean it up with concealer, which makes a lot of sense. I can't wait to see what this looks like on the lid because holy crap, is it amazing in the pan. I mean, the Ruby May palette is just so gorgeous.
And this is definitely going to be a fashion look, guys. Again, we're talking fashion week here.
Come on, Nix, on the bed.
But we're also talking function. Could she go out? Yeah, she's going out with this baby. Don't you worry about it. And what we're going to do is dust her. We're going to try to dust her off. This palette has got a mind of its own, boys and girls. So, what does Taylor Swift say? Shake it off? Dust it off?
Shake it off.
Shake it off. Well, I don't expect you to shake your nose, so we're going to figure out how to dust her off here in a minute. The idea is making sure she sits on the eye. And right now she does. Woo! So you guys can see Dorothy's shoes.
It's such a beautiful color.
It's a little crafty in regards to the glitter. Yeah. All right. My next step will be finding where I put that dang. There it is. Marc Jacobs.
It's the burgundy eyeliner pencil. I don't remember what the color name is. It may actually just be, I can read little tiny things. Come on, there's got to be a name here. It's Fine Wine. That's what it is.
Fine wine. Almost like red wine.
God.
All right, so go ahead and do me a favor and just look up.
Whew.
And take a look.
If I just get like a little hand mirror, it'd be so much easier. Hold on, this palette has a mirror. I can do
What
that.
about this one?
Oh, there. I hadn't turned that enough. That's why. Oh wow. So I really like the red on the lower waterline. I know that most people are like, that's so creepy, but that's why I bought it. I bought it specifically either to use as a base or for my waterline.
Well, for this particular look, we really want it to scream fashion.
Lay down, baby. Mix.
And that's exactly what it's doing. So the next step is going to be, if I can find it. Where did I put it at? I'm going to use a sanitized brush
Okay.
on your sanitized lipstick, and I'm going to pack it on my sanitized clean brush. The reason I'm packing it is because I'm not going to double dip my brush from the lipstick to your lip, back on the lipstick and back on your lip, because then guess what?
It's not sanitized
It is
anymore.
not sanitized anymore. So we're going to pack it full. Even if we don't use it all, we're going to make sure there's plenty on here to go around.
And this is often normally why you'll see makeup artists have like a palette on the back of the wrist, like a paw palette or something, just so that they can put the product, like enough product on the back of the little palette so that there's no waste, or it's not there's no waste, but so that it stays sanitized, sanitary. Right. There we go.
And here we go. Fine. And just feather. I knew she wasn't going to care for
Oh, she's going to go. I need to take her out to go potty.
She was like, rubber dub every minute at a time. Take a look for me. That's about as nude as I want it, but I want to go a little creamier on the lips. So right here.
Let me take Poodle out really fast because she's got to go potty. She's sitting down very nicely. Oh my God, my room smells so good from that candle.
Oh my God, my husband is still watching live and in color HD 4K.
Hi, Nick.
We're almost done, babe.
Yeah, I think that's a Goss 8. I'm not sure. It's a Wayne Goss brush. I'm not sure. I can't remember which one it is.
And this is a really foiled lip, so I don't really need a ton of it. I just need to add some dimension to the lip and some highlight and some lift. And that's exactly what we're going to do. So we're going to go right over the center and pillow of the lip here. And we're really pushing it on. Take a look.
Oh yeah, that gives like the perfect amount of like shimmer dimension to the middle.
Super important for this direction. Fashion Week, you got to be accurate at lighting. You have to be accurate at knowing your audience too. And when someone comes to a particular show, they're looking for characters, they're looking for scary, they're looking for excitement, they're looking for James Vincent, Danessa, Myricks. So in this particular look, again, we're doing very avant-garde, very Queen of Hearts meets Dorothy Slippers. And so you don't want too much of the attention to be on the entire face. You want it to be on the eyes or a focal point, because again, Fashion Week, what it's really about is the outfit. So you have to be strategic about what you're doing here. And so I think keeping the lip very dull and diffused, I think makes the eyes look more scary and more intense too, because you're kind of like lethargic. But in a fashion way, right? In a fashionable way, you are ill.
That's right.
So with that said, we're going to complete the look, right? We're going to go back with the red.
The Makeup Geek red.
We're going to diffuse out the crease of the eye again. Same thing we did earlier. I'm going to go a little faster this time since you guys already saw. This is a really easy look, by the way. So it shouldn't take you years to do. So we're going to go a little faster.
And this is that same Makeup Geek Power Pigment red again.
Really diffusing it out and over. Okay, so now we're going to hit that sugar pill.
Here, let me get it out for you.
Fabulous.
And this is Sugar Pill Low Plus.
Working pretty quick, guys. This is how you got to work.
Yeah, didn't you tell me that you used to have to do timed faces or something?
Yeah, absolutely. You know, that's really what's the most important part, especially working in Hollywood or WWE or any atmosphere, is time. You have to consider your model. You have to consider the team. You have to consider everybody working on your set. You can't just take your time and, oh, I need 50 more minutes, please. You know, they're going to go tell you to go fuck yourself. Pretty much. So it's extremely important to have your skill set in and ready to rock it out, because no one ain't got time for you, boo. Ain't nobody got time for that. So again, quickly taking it into the glitter now, which, by the way, Court, as I've hit more into this, it's like loosening up.
Okay.
So I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing.
I don't know either. We'll find out.
I was just going to say, we're going to both find out if this palette is the way to go. But right now, it's doing what we need for this particular look. My fat fingers.
Your fingers are not
My
fat.
big fat fingers. I was thinking of saying like something in the same direction of my big fat Greek wedding, but it didn't work. I'm going to have you just look down for me this time. Elongate that lid for me. Something we discussed a little earlier. You know, having your model look down versus having them closed, things like that.
Yeah, because you need that extra space to show on my lid.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we do. Did you watch American Horror Story?
I haven't seen the new one. I've only seen the first season and Coven, because I didn't like the second season. I couldn't even finish it, so.
Because you were scared or because it was stupid?
So I really, really dislike anything that has to do with serial killers. It creeps me out because it's like too realistic to me. And I really don't like insane asylums. So between the two, I was just like, I'm done with the season. I don't want to watch it. I don't like it.
And that was the end of that. Because now I want to get into the cheek so you guys can see. Again, the thing about this is to pay attention to the fact that this is grunge, this is red, and I'm glad Courtney's talking about this because this is not Instagram, this isn't, we want this look to be rough. And that's something I love about James Vincent. When he's discussing fashion, there are no rules. So James is who really beat that into me, learning from him, is not to be too strategic because you don't want it to look like it was told to be there. You want it to be dysfunctional a little bit, but yet functional for wherever you're going. Because how James would fix this is take a nice eyeliner or mascara rather and really smoke the lash, and then it almost hides that.
Oh, that would be really cool.
So that's where we're going now. Because I thought it was perfect that you were going in that direction. Promise this wasn't staged.
Yeah, no, I had
Where'd she go? You did have that beautiful fan. There she is. We're both in love with this. So Aaron Tabor, if you're watching, I saw you in here earlier. Aaron works with Smashbox, and he's super amazing behind the camera. But
this is a Smashbox Superfan mascara. I bought it at Sephora and fell in love with it. So then I bought a full size. And then when I was at the makeup show, I bought another full size because at some point I'm going to finish this one and I'm going to want it. So
this is Courtney's. So let's just talk about the Sanitation for a moment. This is Courtney's mascara. This isn't mine. This isn't anybody else's. I'm not putting it on me. She's not putting it on the poodles. So we don't have to worry about this being double dipped. This is Courtney's mascara wand. All right. So with that said, Courtney, let's have you look straight down for me. We're going to just kind of take over Courtney's lashes for just about 2.5 seconds. We're going to sweep this and smoke it out. I just realized I'm used to you having extensions. You don't have any.
I don't have them. Yeah, I don't have them anymore.
Are you over that life? Or?
Well, here's the thing. I love lash extensions. If I didn't wear eyeshadow, I would just do lash extensions. But I enjoy wearing eyeshadow. And for me, I find it very hard to deal with the lashes and wear eyeshadow, just because you always have to then like try to dust them off, and I don't know, like I think they look good in person but they look terrible in pictures, and since I take a lot of pictures of my eyes, it just didn't make sense
to keep doing it.
Yeah, like I love how they look amazing. I woke up and basically felt like I looked gorgeous whenever I woke up because my lashes would be done and my brows are microbladed, but they're microbladed naturally, so they're not like super heavy. So I just always felt like I woke up and looked like I was kind of put together, and it's really nice.
You're always put together, Court.
Oh, thank you.
All right, girlfriend, take a look. So we were discussing this a little bit ago, like in seconds. You have these lashes that are jacking with my emotions right on the end here.
Yeah, so on my left side, and I think it's because I usually sleep on my left side, like these lashes curl funny, and that's just
okay. But the idea is the fact that we were discussing earlier about the glitter not looking. Look in the mirror now.
Yeah, I like how you basically kind of like wiggled the mascara and kind of smoked it up. That looked kind of cool.
So it kind of hid down the very fact that we didn't need it to be perfect. And then, like I said, James really lays into any makeup artist working fashion week, photography shoots, anything in the fashion industry, and that is that makeup needs to be a little dysfunction. There are no rules to fashion, which is why makeup, our fashion designers and stuff will come around. They'll say, I like this shirt, and go break it because they want it to hang off the side, or they want it to be more grungy and feel more broken in.
Like lived in.
Yeah. So that's why with makeup, versus I can't rub your face down and be like, oh, you've slept in it for 2 weeks. No, because it still needs to be somewhat completed. But that's where you could take an eyeshadow or a lipstick even, or, something to offset the makeup to make it to where it almost looked like she kind of just did this to it to put it on. So that's where the dysfunction of fashion meets makeup falls into place. Again, dysfunctional yet functional. And that's where we have this fun, sexy look. So now we got to do the cleanup process, something we discussed with Orlando. And then we're going to take a tiny bit of my Vision Cream back to the back of my hand. Well, if I can print, there it is.
That's the Prism cover, I think.
Vision, yeah.
Oh, that is Vision. Sorry, I was reading the bottle wrong. The Prism's right there.
So we're going to take just a tiny bit.
Just the tip.
Just the tip, honey. Or just take a tiny...
Oh, she stole her treat. Hold on, I gotta
Oh,
go
is
fix
that what's happening?
So that's what happens. So Phaedra is kind of a brat, and she'll take Nyx's treat, and then Nyx will cry because, you know, it's her treat. No, come on.
Oh, there's another one back behind her butt. Oh, but you know what? That's a different.
That's not the ballistic. Drop it. She's like, no, I'm hiding it from you. Drop it. I'm just gonna go get her another one. This is what happens though. Phaedra was stole Nyx's, and then Nyx gets the second one, and then Phaedra's all bent out of shape.
All right.
All right. Let me slide in here with you.
All right, so we're just gonna do this quick cleanup underneath. Just literally gonna smoke it out just a little bit underneath the eye.
And I think this is an IT Cosmetics brush, and it's super soft, and it's probably like a base eyeshadow brush or something that we're using.
Look up for me. Just again. Trying to not remove imperfections. We're literally just cleaning up under the eye to take away any foliage, anything that may have fell out, or we didn't really have much, so this is just kind of awakening the face. And another thing I like to do is after grabbing underneath the eye and reshaping our grungy look, I take the same thing and kind of go right on that area around the mouth, because you know it's hot, we're in a lot of lighting in here, so kind of just go back and sweep underneath things to clean up or help with anything that might have broken up, which we haven't had really, but and then take a look, and there you have it. High fashion style, photography, fun, grunge, functional yet dysfunctional red look. Now, the fun part comes when we start taking pictures. So that we can't do on here. So thanks for everybody watching and joining in this lovely evening. Hi, I promise I'm here. And it's been cool. Thanks for hanging with us and watching some of this pretty cool shit happen. And makeup in action, honey. That's what it is.
Thanks for spending time with us.